Hola coolers, and welcome back to yet another video on the African Cooler channel, because pre-season is well and truly on the way as Barça have jetted out to the USA on Sunday. We shall also be discussing the latest on what is going on in the transfer market. So sit back, relax guys, and let's get straight to it. But on Sunday evening, the Barcelona squad traveled to the United States of America for their USA tour, where they shall be facing some very impressive matchups in the first preseason of the Hansi Flick era in charge at Barcelona. Barça shall be facing some European giants during the course of this summer tour to the United States of America, and the first of those games is going to be against Manchester City on Tuesday in the city of Orlando. It shall be followed up with another preseason Clásico against Real Madrid in New York on the 3rd of August, and the US tour is going to be rounded up with a game against AC Milan in Baltimore on the 6th of August. Hansi Flick named the 33-man squad that flew out to the USA on Sunday, and on first viewing it is very glaring that the squad is made up majorly of youngsters, and that is not difficult to understand because most of the top international players, they have been in one tournament or the other during the course of the summer, and they have had extended breaks, hence why the squad is made up mostly of youngsters. But also looking at this squad list, you would see that some players have been asterisked in this squad list. The likes of Jules Koundé, Ilkay Gundogan and Raphinha have been asterisked. This is because they did not travel with the squad from the city of Barcelona on Sunday, but they would rather fly out straight to the United States to meet up with the team just before that game against Manchester City on Tuesday. However, one man who definitely traveled with the squad on Sunday is Barça President Joan Laporta. He has flown out with the first team squad on the US tour, but one man who also failed to make that trip on Sunday is the Sporting Director Deco. It is believed that Deco was asked to stay back because he is mandated to complete Barca's transfer business this summer, and that is why he has not flown out with the team to the United States. And now I really want to focus on Deco right now, because for Deco, this is really a big transfer window for the Sporting Director. This is his first transfer window as the main man in charge of the transfer business in Barcelona, because Mathieu Alemany has departed the club. So everything falls on the shoulders of Deco now, and I have to add that Deco clearly has no option than to deliver, because the targets have been clearly spelled out to him. Barca needs Dani Olmo. Barca wants Nico Williams and Dani Olmo to join the club for next season. And right now, Deco is under massive pressure to deliver because the targets have been identified. Now, it is on to the Sporting Director to deliver. And this is when you need your Sporting Director to come to the fore in the transfer market, because a lot of expectations have been placed on Deco's shoulders. He has to get that deal over the line with Athletic Club. He has to convince Nico Williams that making the move to Barca is the right move for him this summer. He also has to follow up with RB Leipzig for the acquisition of Dani Olmo. So big responsibilities on the shoulders of Deco, and the next few days are definitely going to be very crucial in deciding the futures of Barca's top targets, Dani Olmo and Nico Williams. But now, speaking about the transfer targets proper, in the case of Dani Olmo, we reported last week that Barca have had the first bid of 60 million euros rejected by RB Leipzig. Now that deal can be broken down into 10 million euros per year for 4 years as a guaranteed payment, and then there is the variables of an additional 20 million euros if certain conditions were met, which I mentioned in the last video. But now it is said that Barca are preparing a second offer to Leipzig for the services of Dani Olmo. Now, let me make this very clear. The figures involved in the deal are not going to be very much different. It is still going to be a deal which is worth a total package of 60 million euros. However, I believe that the structure of the deal is definitely going to be different this time around, because Leipzig clearly, they felt like the first offer was ridiculous from Barca's part, and I know it was just a first offer. I said it in the last video that Barca were clearly just trying to test the waters with that first offer to Leipzig for Dani Olmo. Barca are definitely coming back with a better structured offer, and it was reported by Fabrizio Romano on Monday that Barca have advanced in personal discussions with Dani Olmo's agent when it comes to the personal terms, and definitely that is clearly not going to be a problem. But now they are preparing to return with yet another bid for Dani Olmo. It is still expected to be worth a total sum of 60 million euros. However, the structure of the deal is going to be different. So now let us wait and see if this time around the deal is going to be satisfactory to Leipzig. But I have to add that the pursuit of Dani Olmo has no bearing on the pursuit of Nico Williams, because Barca are still clearly looking to secure the signature of the Spanish international from Athletic Club this summer. Barca wants both players, not either player. Barca definitely wants both players. Of course, if one player says they are not coming, that means of course they have to settle for the other one, because in the case of Nico Williams, we've been hearing over the weekend a lot of noise coming out from the media, which is very much normal because people like something to talk about. The last we heard of it is that Barca have agreed personal terms with the agent of Nico Williams. So at this point in time, the position still remains that what is left in that deal to be done is the final okay from Nico Williams himself, which will now give Barca the go ahead to go on and pay that 58 million euros release clause to Athletic Bilbao. But there have been some stories coming out regarding that potential move as well, and it could be worrying for Barca fans because right now it is seeming like we don't even know what decision Nico is going to make. And I understand why he is taking his time to make this decision, because make no mistake about it, this is a very big decision in his personal and his professional life. We all know what Athletic Club means to him, both as a club and as a family. He is Athletic Club true and true. He is a local lad in the city of Bilbao. He has strong family connections to the club. His older brother plays for Athletic Club and his family are very much affiliated with Athletic Club. So we can understand why it is a very difficult decision for Nico to make at this point. So of course, he is going to take his time to be absolutely sure that he is making the right choice. And at this point, all I have to say is that Nico deserves to take all the time that he needs to make this decision, because this is a very important decision in both his personal life and in his career. We have also heard some rumors, and which I'm going to discuss right now, because over the weekend it was reported that Nico might be leaning towards staying at Athletic Club, because apparently there was a promise that he made to his elder brother Iñaki that this coming season they were going to play in the Europa League together for Athletic Club. And what we heard is that he might be staying at the club to fulfill that promise with his brother. But at this point, it is all rumors, because the media would always try to stir up rumors and controversies just to keep people engaged. So at this point, that is very much unconfirmed, but that is something that we have heard. But right now, nobody knows the decision that Nico Williams has made. Only he and probably his agent and his close family know the final decision that Nico Williams has made. But I have to give my 2 cents on this. I would say that I would really find it strange if Nico has taken all this time just to make a decision to stay at Athletic Club, because normally if a player is not interested in the move away, he would likely say it almost immediately. Those rumors are starting to fly out, and if he is asked at any given opportunity, I expect that he would rule out a departure completely. But until now, Nico has not clearly said that he is staying at Athletic Club no matter what happens. So that gives me room to think that this time that he is taking before announcing that final decision is because he wants to do things the right way. He wants to handle his departure from Athletic Club the right way. So right now, all we have to do is sit down patiently and wait for Nico to make that final decision and make that final announcement. But at this point, personally, I still want to believe that he has not taken all this time just to announce that he is not going to sign for Barcelona. I believe that all the time that he has taken is because he wants to do things the right way. He wants to handle his departure from Athletic Club respectfully. But time shall tell how that plays out. But once again, I also want to add that we all know that Barca can definitely not make these signings or register these players even if they are signed without having to make a major sale, even if we return to that much talked about 1-for-1 rule this summer. And a lot of players have been linked with departures. We heard last week that Saudi Arabian giants Al Hilal are interested in signing Vitor Roque from Barça, and right now an unnamed Saudi Arabian club have also expressed an interest in signing Raphinha from Barça this summer. Right now we do not know which club that may be, but it is very clear that Raphinha is another player that is attracting a lot of interest from suitors this summer. Other players like Ronald, Araujo, Frenkie De Jong have been injured, so clearly the interest in them have waned naturally. So Raphinha is another player that definitely could fetch Barca a huge transfer fee this summer. And now it is reported that another Saudi Arabian club have bid 65 million euros for the services of Raphinha. Clearly, Raphinha has made it very clear that he doesn't want to leave Barca this summer, regardless of the fierce competition for places. He is adamant that he would remain at the club and fight for a place in Hansi Flick's team next season. But with this precarious financial situation that Barca finds itself in, I would really be surprised if Barca do not consider an offer for Raphinha. But I know that Raphinha is not going to be forced out of Barcelona. Barca are definitely not going to be telling him that Raphinha, you have to leave because we need the money. But they will also be telling him that, bro, next season you might not have a lot of chances in the team, so you might well be better served considering a departure from the club this season. But also, we also heard that 65 million euros may just be under what Barca would be looking to recoup for the departure of Raphinha. So maybe they might even enter into negotiations with the supposed Saudi-based club to improve that offer for the services of Raphinha this summer. So that is the news, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. What do you make of Barca's fixtures in the preseason? Do you think that these fixtures are challenging enough to help Barca in their preparation to compete for titles next season? What do you make of Deco's efforts and performance so far in the recruitment of players at Barcelona? And what do you make of that interest in Raphinha from the unnamed Saudi-based club? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do give this video a thumbs up, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop on the channel, you shall be notified. And most importantly, please do not forget to smash that subscribe button. Until next time, I would always remain the African Cooler, and I'll see you hopefully on the next video. But as always, Visca El Barça. Adios.